So we don't have any like cool state secrets. I just told you the biggest thing that's going on right now. That's not public. There's some people that know, but that's not public. See, that's kind of cool. The thing I just told you about, that's not public.
What?
The EPA suit. That won't happen until later this week. It would be really bad if somebody found out before the middle of the week.
The ad-libs in the back, and then on the second time around, I'm gonna do the ad-libs in the front. Yeah. Ow! I can tell you on the main course, no appetizers. Put you down for dessert. Lay you down, I'm just saying. Introduce me to your skirt. Let me take you on a ride. You can leave home your purse. Shit, I got you, lady, let's work. Shit, I got you, baby, I ain't half stepping, so go.
Did you follow the cancer charity story?
No.
I'll text you a link.
91758-2004.
Our journalist met the Deputy Attorney General of Maryland here at NYU School of Law at the National AG's conference. We wanted to see how our country's leading law enforcement attorneys were spending taxpayer dollars. What we found were loose lips and scandalous behavior.
He asked for my phone number so he could send me an article, and then continued to text me throughout the conference, and that led to us making plans to meet up later that night.
This undercover reporter is a Project Veritas veteran. What you're about to hear and see is her insight into her meetings with Maryland's Deputy Attorney General and the hidden camera videos of the encounters she had with him.
Question then, if there wasn't a Second Amendment how it is now, how would you choose how the Second Amendment would be? Like, how would you choose our gun laws to be? It was all up to you.
If it was all up to
If you had all the power.
you, want my serious answer?
Yeah. I want completely honest answer, and trust me, I probably off the record.
My complete answer off the record is we should ban guns altogether, period. If you want to go hunt with a gun, you can go to the gun range, you can pick up your gun at the gun range, you can fire it there, and then you leave it there and you go home. And if you want a gun at home, you ought to either be a law enforcement officer, or you ought to go through an extensive licensing scheme. Like, you have to pass like the driver's license, you have to pay a tax, and you have to have insurance, you have to, and I think in the modern age, we probably ought to have fingerprint trigger locks. So the only person who can fire your gun is you. You barely drank your drink.
Hey, well, I can't help it that you're so interested.
I'd be more interesting if you were tipsy.
After we met in the bar, we talked for a little over an hour, and then he said that we should get out of there. And I followed him outside, and he invited me to his hotel.
You want to stay for a bit? You want to turn on the TV, watch something, or what do you want to do? You gotta get out of here?
Yeah. If you want to go to bed, I can leave. No big deal.
I really hang out, but I want you to stay, but I don't want you to
Yeah.
feel compelled to stay.
Well, like I said, I don't care. I'm very easygoing, as you could tell in my personality
Is
test.
that true?
Yeah.
All right, let's watch some TV.
Okay.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Should I change?
It's really up to you.
Should I change?
No, I do not mind. When I got to his hotel, I went up to the 11th floor, and he excused himself and went into the bathroom to change into more comfortable clothes. And I started to feel a little uncomfortable about it. And so when he came out, I told him that my friend needed to see me, and she was worried about me, and that I needed to leave. Just texting my roommates, letting them know where I am.
I'm bummed that you're not staying, but I understand.
Yeah, well, you said you're in New York a lot, so
Yeah, I'll see you around.
yeah, just text me.
Cool. I'll see you around.
Yeah.
This is fun. Have a good night, okay?
You too.
All right, take care.
Over the next several days, we talked on the phone and made plans to meet in D.C. He thought that we were going to sleep together, and instead we ended up talking for over an hour.
Some 24 states are challenging Obama's Clean Power Act, and what Vinaraja told our journalist was that Maryland was going to join the fight in support of Obama. something that no one knew outside of his office.
So tell me more about this EPA case. I have me interested.
At the end of this week, you will see that there's a lot of news about it.
Really?
There's some news about it now. They just haven't figured out what we're doing.
Okay, and then tell me a little bit more about that.
So it's really cool, right? We're going to try to help out some states, and nobody knows what states are going to help out. And
But you know?
yeah, because it's our decision.
What states is it?
New York is leading it. California. There are some states that nobody knows, but I don't even know those states.
I was asking him to tell me about different state secrets and things that he knew that nobody else would know. And he told me about a case that his state was going to be working on.
It's great. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
And you can understand why big businesses in states where big businesses have a concern will bring a challenge. They're going to say that the EPA is exceeding its authority, that Barack Obama is exceeding its authority. But there's very, very good legal arguments that the EPA is not only entitled to do this, but is required to do this kind of stuff.
Our legal experts say Vinaraja likely violated the Maryland rules of professional conduct when he leaked this story about his client, the state of Maryland, to our journalist. Rule 16A says, a lawyer shall not reveal information relating to representation of a client unless the client gives informed consent.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not breaking any rules or laws to tell you.
Oh.
But it would be really bad if somebody found out before the middle of the week.
The lawsuit?
No. What our state's gonna do.
But you didn't even tell me what your state's going to do.
No, I did.
What are they doing?
We're gonna help out the EPA.
Oh, you are?
That's not public. There's some people that know, but that's not public. See, that's kind of cool.
Yes, kind of.
And the Maryland Attorney General is joining several states in defense of it. So that'll be big. That'll be huge. It'll be really big.
That's going to be a big case.
Yeah. And a whole bunch of states are working on it, so it's not like it's like only our thing to do.
When he told me about the EPA case, he said that he wasn't breaking any rules, but later he told me he was scared of people finding out that he didn't know much about the law.
I am terrified about people figuring out that I don't know about lots of areas of the law. I have to put on an act that I know. And
I do not believe that at all.
It's true.
What do you mean by that?
We have antitrust cases,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd never done an antitrust case before I came to my job.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got to tell people that I don't ever lie, but I have to nod and report that I'm understanding what's going on, and I really don't. So I'm winging it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's very nerve-wracking. It's very nerve-wracking.
But that's not even a big deal. A lot of people always have wing stuff.
No, it's a big deal.
Why is it a big deal?
Because it's my job to oversee these divisions that I don't know much about.
Vinaraja's boss is Maryland Attorney General Brian Frosh. A prominent Maryland Democrat, Frosh is expected to run for governor in the next election. But that's not what his deputy says.
What's the most interesting thing I know about? I'll tell you something that not very many people know.
What?
He does not want to run for governor.
He doesn't want to run for governor? Why is he expected to?
He's a leader of the Democratic Party in Maryland.
Hmm.
So lots of people are vying for him too, and hoping that he will, and encouraging him to.
But he's not going
expecting
to.
him
He's not going to. Will people be mad if they found out?
Okay. Not mad mad at him, but disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now I've officially told you enough.
At the end of the night, I told him I wasn't comfortable because he was still married, and we left and didn't make plans to meet again.
Because you're still married, right?
I mean, for appearances purposes, yeah.
For appearances. What do you mean?
You know, like my parents would be upset. Things like that.
Not for public appearances.
In public, some people know, some people don't.
Exposing corruption means standing up to power, because power hates sunlight. Project Veritas, we are sunlight. And we've created an army of exposers who've expanded into the colleges, into the state houses, into the state offices. Every corrupt, lying, dishonest politician and government official, you're on notice. We are watching you. We are waiting. And we are going to expose you one by one. Into 2016, we are going to bring Veritas to the Vulgate, or truth to the people.